So something that I didn't see coming, and I'm sure no one else did either, was this girl who back in 2016 was the biggest internet meme for getting fried on Dr. Phil, to her now becoming one of the most successful young entrepreneurs in the music industry, making millions a year. Danielle Bregoli, also known as Bhad Bhabie, was only 13 years old in 2016 when she became super famous for hopping on the Dr. Phil show and saying some pretty questionable things.
I'm pretty violent. I mushed her in the face because she wouldn't get out of my face. Either I'm breaking down her door or she's breaking down my door. I don't stop till I start seeing dents in the door.
But in her defense, she had a pretty tough childhood. You know, parents divorced, dad was battling cancer, bouncing around from school to school, not a lot of money in the equation. So it's not super surprising to see why she acted the way she did. But regardless of why it might happen, the reality is when she hopped on the Dr. Phil show in 2016, all of her dirty laundry was out for the world to see. There was accusations of her stealing credit cards and spitting on her mom and threatening her with knives, this, that, the third, and the people were loving it. And the grand finale for all of that was the famous quote that everyone knows to this day.
Catch me outside, how about that?
And she definitely made a name for herself. But the reality is, when people blow up for these controversial reasons, they usually don't stay around that long. There's not really a lot of longevity in their careers because once the controversy goes away, a lot of people lose interest for the person. But Bhad Bhabie was completely different. She capitalized on the situation and she made sure she did not fall out of the public eye for a minute. At this point, Danielle rebranded herself as Bhad Bhabie and kept the momentum going by heading straight first into the controversy. I'm talking street fights. I'm talking fights on planes. I'm talking fights in studios. I'm talking throwing drinks on Iggy Azalea. The list goes on and on. And one of her most controversial beefs came with another person who was not received well in the public eye. I'm talking about Woah Vicky. Woah Vicky is someone who blew up from some questionable videos that she had and even more questionable, potentially racist-ish remarks that I'm definitely not repeating. And for whichever reason, these two hated each other, and whenever their paths would cross, it would not end well. One thing that Bhad Bhabie did get a lot of heat for, though, was this whole blackfishing type thing where she would post pictures with her skin looking not natural at all. And every time she got confronted with these accusations, she would wild out, curse the person out. It would just get super ugly. But as I said in the beginning, controversy can only take you so far, and you can only last so long involved in it as a human before you just crash and burn out. So Bhad Bhabie checked herself into a rehab in 2020 to deal with some drug problems and some other issues from her childhood. But she did at the same time reveal some shocking information about a wilderness program she was sent to, which is essentially like a program for high-risk kids to try and steer them on the right course that was set up by Dr. Phil. And from the outside looking in, it doesn't sound too bad. You know, you're in nature, you get to hang out with animals, you know, it sounds like a good time, but it was the complete opposite. And the way she got there was from some lovely transporters.
Transporters are two people, a male and a female, that come in the middle of the night. They don't tell them where they're going. They just take them, they handcuff them, they put them in the car. It's basically like kidnapping.
While she was there, she dealt with abuse from head to toe from the staff. The initiation for the turnaround program was you had to sit in a teepee for 3 days straight, and you're not allowed to move, you're not allowed to lay down, you just need to sit there. And if anyone got in trouble there, they would get punished with manual labor, or being forced to touch and work with horse manure, or having their bed taken away from them, or just a light smackdown. And to top it off, there was a potential murder there at the spot. This dude Jerry got smacked in the back of the head, and this kid Clay kind of just hopped on him and beat him until he was no longer here. After exposing all this info, Bhad Bhabie decided to lay low for a while. Like I said, you don't want to be caught up in controversy all the time, but she brought it right back when she turned 18 and launched her OnlyFans. And I'm not gonna lie, I can't even argue with this decision, because when she posted how much she made, how she made 54 million in a year off OnlyFans, like I can't hate on that. I really can't. Not only did that make her one of the highest paid creators on the platform, but just highest earning celebrities in general. And we're talking about someone who's 18, 19. And with this success, she was invited to speak at Oxford University, one of the most prestigious colleges in the world. Now imagine going from from 13, getting bashed and embarrassed by the entire world after a Dr. Phil appearance, to speaking at Oxford to college kids. So you can say what you want about Bhad Bhabie, but she's winning at the end of the day. So yeah, that's Bhad Bhabie, one of a kind.